why some owner-operators go broke, and how to avoid their fate.
Well, you want to avoid the biggest financial mistakes truckers make. I think what makes the top of the list there is buying a moneymaker truck. And what we mean by that is a very old truck with very high mileage, thinking that you're going to just overhaul it and ride off into the sunset.
Yes. We've seen that many, many times. Most people who actually bought those project trucks didn't really follow through with all those big plans of I'm gonna, with time, overhaul this and overhaul that. It just ended up being a total shit show with a lot of breakdowns, a lot of unpredictability, a lot of money left on the table or lost because of the truck breakdowns. I think it is just bad idea. I think as an owner-operator, you're in a much better position to better have $1,000 a month higher truck payment than to have $1,000 unpredictable breakdown every month, because the breakdown is not only going to come with $1,000. It's also going to come with time, revenue, problems, and so on. And there is nothing worse than an old truck with all kinds of electrical problems, all kinds of other problems. And I would say, don't ever buy a truck. It's okay if your truck right now is like 700,000 miles and you had it since like 400, no problem. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, if you're buying a truck right now, don't ever buy anything that has more than 500,000 miles. And get the best truck that you can get under 500,000 miles and the best fuel economy. That's all.
Yep, and another big mistake that guys do, first-time owner-operators, are trying to do too much at once. And what I mean by that is new truck, new trailer, new authority, new insurance. Everything is being done on day one, and I get it. I understand the ambition, and I understand the drive. But are you giving yourself, if you don't have enough money backing that plan up, it's going to be problematic.
Yeah, because like everything that he just listed is like $300,000.
so you might want to come up with an alternative plan. Slowly grow there. No one's taking away that purchasing power. You obviously have the means to go get a trailer. You have the means for the down payment of insurance. But start slow. Get to know the truck a little bit, because although it's not new, all right, it's new to you. It's going to break down. It's a matter of when, not so much if, right? So you want to do that, and then slowly creep up and get your trailer. Now you're a little bit stronger. Then you start moving the pieces. And if you it can move faster than you anticipated. Let's say you planned out for a year. It doesn't mean it has to take that long. It could take faster, just depending how things go for you. But I wouldn't suggest doing everything at once, all that on the table. And now you got to dispatch yourself. If you've never dispatched yourself, you got a problem. So guys, avoid that. That is another big financial mistake that I see that occurs out there.
Absolutely. Get into business, learn step by step. I think the best thing is, again, get a truck that you can afford with a good fuel economy, lease onto the carrier. When you feel that you do a little bit better, get a trailer, get a little bit more involved every step of the way, and at your own pace instead of pushing it. Wasn't that, what was that story that back in the day, I remember, where was a guy that, I guess he inherited like some money or something, and then he bought a truck like Miami Blue and like stuff like this. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was a big boy. Like just the paint job on that sucker was like 15 grand or something like that.
So here we go. So somebody who doesn't have anything to do with business, he's probably a good driver, but like his business mindset is totally sideways, and he ended up buying a very, very expensive truck. And it is my understanding, I don't know where he's at right now, but I think he did not end up well. I think he lost everything. If his approach to business at some point down the road did not improve, he blew it all.
Yeah, and so taking the slower path, right, taking those baby steps allows you to have a greater understanding, and then the risk of actually underestimating your expenses is minimized, because a lot of people don't see the expenses with that. I mean, you can buy a good-looking truck used, man, you will spend at least 10 G's in the first 3 months, no problem, making repairs out on the road.
No, you shouldn't. Like, I think 10 G's is like really, really pushing it, I think. Like, in my opinion, if you get a really good truck, you're gonna spend probably at least like 3,000-4,000 in the first couple of months just to adjust that truck to your to your personality, sort of. To get everything running perfectly, everything is working perfectly.
Yeah, but if it breaks down and you sit for 3-4 days, that's a lot of money. I don't know. I think it could add up pretty quick.
No, absolutely. If we accounting for the downtime as well, oh yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I just think it could add up real quick. Owner-operator partnership is very real. I got tons of guys who are making $4,000 take-home. Learn how you can do that by giving me a call at 863-342-5171. We are conveniently located in Lakeland, Florida. We are a Florida-based trucking company that is here to provide you resources to be successful. So once again, it's 863-342-5171. And then having the discipline with, not having poor money management skills. And that just doesn't mean in your business. That does mean if you were a company driver and you've never seen this type of cash flow on a weekly basis, and you're running to the Mercedes dealer before you actually replenish and recoup your investment, you might run into some big problems, because that is a big downfall for a lot of guys, is that money management.
Absolutely. And I think one of the biggest problems, I see a lot online, people, sometimes complain about the trucking industry and where everything is going, how everything is impossible because, the man, is there to get you, and so on and on and on. But nobody takes accountability for their own actions sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I think number one owner-operator killer is total time mismanagement and the total disconnection from the goal. Because as an owner-operator, you got to set the goal. You got to know your monthly expenses. By the way, like we talked a couple of times about it, I really need to do that video with that Excel sheet.
Oh, yeah. That breaks it down for you.
That's super important. And I've seen a couple of people asking us, like, hey, can you guys do that video about breaking down owner-operator expenses and how it actually affects how much your business costs you per mile? And that's an eye-opener. So I'm sure Christian is going to do it sometime this week. And and that's going to be a very, very good video. It's going to be very detailed, very visual, with numbers and everything to the detail. So here's that.
How running the wrong freight actually destroys your profits. So, guys, this could be twofold. I'm not really talking so much about, flatbed pays more and that. No, fuck all that. What you have to also look at is the type of freight that you're hauling in what region and what area during the time of the year. So, based on, if I'm going to tell you, hey, I'm going to be regional and come home every weekend, that's the wrong type of freight for me. If I just purchased this truck, if I just got this insurance and I have a very high overhead and I should know my goal, that is the wrong freight for the type of structure I currently have. So the type, that is also a big player as opposed to just the rate alone.
Yes. Again, I think setting the longer term goals. So the minimum is weekly, the average is monthly, and then you can obviously set the yearly goals and you got to meet it. And one thing that I see a lot of people having difficulty disconnect the load that we are doing today from this week's whole package. I see a lot of people that have a lot of difficulties with that. And sometimes I've seen people getting so emotional and they turn something that was already pre-planned, a great week making money.
Yeah, this gets destroyed.
It turned into shit show because owner-operators' emotions won and there was no room left for logic.
Yeah, that's for sure. The risk of bad financing deals and high interest loans, that's always going to be a thing regardless of what the interest rate is. Again, if you're chasing, like Mike was saying, man, everything, if you're chasing your goal and you're hitting your goals, you now have purchasing power where you can mitigate and manage this interest rate, or you have options.
Well, again, don't forget, the truck is going to be a commercial loan. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to be it's not going to be no 3%, no 4%, no 5%. It's probably going to be, up there. It's going to probably start at about, I don't know, if you're going to finance the truck as a truck, unless you're bringing some other loan from the side, it's going to be potentially different. But if you're financing a commercial vehicle, it's probably going to be starting at about 10% and up. But also, there is some crazy numbers like 25%. I remember back in the day when I just started and when I was looking to buy my first trailer, the trailers back then was like $30,000, and I remember the financing company offered me 29% financing rate, and that's only if I put like 50% down.
Is that even legal, man?
I don't know, but like, oh crap, like stuff like this, no, absolutely. Sometimes you have to say, you know what, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'll wait for a better day. I'll approach this problem later on. But for the most part, any normal situations are gonna be a lot more civilized. And one of the reasons, like, I really, really like Lone Mountain. Again, nothing personal there. We don't really have that, like direct experience there. However, we have a lot of people coming in with Lone Mountain trucks. And one thing that they like, super transparent on their website, tells you what's a down payment, the monthly breakdown, and it seems like somebody who works those numbers there is very, very well informed about owner-operator ability to make money. Because if you go to a website right now there, right, and you look at the numbers, what's a down payment, what's a monthly payment, all monthly payments are going to be under $2,000.
Yeah, except for the new trucks, obviously.
Yes, and then the down payments are also very, very affordable, so you don't have to go bankrupt just to pull that truck from a parking lot.
Right, yeah, it makes it very, very feasible to do it.
It's very achievable for anybody who is serious about it, and it's not a problem. You can just save a little bit of money, go get it. Down payment I've seen like starts from like $3,500 and to $5,000, so that's nothing.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And because a lot of dealers are going to ask for like 25% down, so that's a lot more. And then the monthly payment is under $2,000 no matter what, and sometimes it's like $1,300 and so on. Depends on the truck that you're getting. And if the truck, let's say if we get a batch of like really, really nice trucks, like used but like super nice, so if the price of those trucks are still like pretty high, we're just gonna do a longer term, but we're still gonna keep it under $2,000.
Yeah, usually the miles they get are very reasonable, man. A lot of them are way under 400,000, so it's not,
Yeah, so I think that's, and like we've been talking to them a couple of times, and we actually helped some drivers to get their trucks because we are super easy to work with. I would say a really good, reasonable place. And it's never, those financing options which we just described before jumping to this, we're never there. It's like, it's already preset. It's very easy. It's very, very, as long as you're qualified, that's what your payment is going to be.
So there you go. Oh, that's an excellent option for guys to get started. Just got to jump on that website and check it out.
Yep.
All right. Treating truck like a business and not a job is absolutely crucial.
Again, just like everything we touched base during this video, everything has something to do with that. You gotta, once you become an owner-operator, you no longer have a boss who is somehow responsible for you and for all the outcomes and for your pay. That's your business. You are your own man, and you do what you wish. And I see people sometimes getting lost, getting drunk on that freedom.
No, and not just the freedom, man. It's kind of interesting. The orientation yesterday, I was talking to an individual, pretty seasoned, and he was like, you know what, man? He just bought an international LT, and it's an automatic. He's like, listen, man, I love manual, all of that. He goes, but at some point, he goes, I'm off that horse. He goes, when I started this business, he's like, man, I was all about the chrome and the big engine and all that. He goes, but now, he goes, it's not everything to me no more. I actually look at this as a business, and I look for comfort and economy. He goes, do I like all that shit? Yes, I do like that other stuff. He goes, but
it's an eye candy. Yeah, absolutely.
He's just like, but it doesn't hold the same value anymore. He's like, I can't even enjoy getting 4.5 to the gallon going down the road. He goes,
just because they look cool.
Yeah, he goes, I just can't get over that anymore. So it was kind of interesting. He actually evolved to say, like, man, I know I would look cuter in that other truck, but this is the best choice for business right here.
Yeah, because at the same time, like I can appreciate a long nose speed or like the Kenworth on the road with all the chicken coop lights, like all the good stuff. I can appreciate the view. Very beautiful trucks.
Yeah.
But man, first of all, the price is way overrated. The fuel economy is usually garbage comparing to your regular conventional trucks. And it's not like we are maintenance free. The maintenance and everything else, including the electronics, is all the same. The very modern looking Cascadia,
Yes.
or the long nose speed, it's almost like the same truck that's gonna cost you the same. And as a matter of fact, I think the Beat is actually gonna charge you more for hourly rate if you're gonna go to the dealer.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So I'm not arguing about the looks of the trucks. They are absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. But I would not recommend anybody I know, anybody I care about, to buy one of those trucks. We're very nice to look at, to go to the show, but we're not very good tools to push your business forward and to get results.
Yep. So remember, the reason you got into the game is to try to take home as much as you can to the family and to the real things that matter. So if you're looking for a good opportunity to align yourself with good people, we're actually looking for some owner operators, especially if you're based out of this Lakeland, Florida area. The telephone number is 863-342-5171.
All right, guys, give us a call. Be safe out there. By the way, like, share, subscribe. Don't skip that because we're currently sitting at 25 subscribers, and
I think it's 26 now. So.
26, and we're trying to be at like 250,000 or something by I don't know, like by the Easter.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.